on it later. Or now.
No, let's focus on one thing. What is going on, guys? What is going on? We are back.
And
It is
today
it is Lolo's turn.
Yeah, and today
What?
Sunday, and today
Sunday fun day.
we're playing a game for the first time called Stanley. 1 second.
Hey, thank you.
Called Stanley Parabel.
All right.
The Stanley Parabel Ultra Deluxe.
Whoa, I think you got it, guys. All right.
I looked.
All right. So we're gonna start this stream. This is a new game for us. Let me go give our shout outs. Hurry up. Shout out to my son Lolo that's in the other side. And let's go ahead and play. Give out our shout out real quick. Shout out to the Trading Fraternity and Stock Market Live on YouTube.
Okay, let's start.
30 minutes before market opens to market close, go check out the Stock Market Live Monday through Friday. And go check out the watch list on the Trading Fraternity. Right now, it's up and running for this week to get you ready, guys. If you're into stocks, long term, baby, and options, go check it out. Tell them the Lucky Soldier sent you. Much love to Chadadonia, and let's get this thing started before my son drives me nuts. We got a new follower? Ooh, thank you.
What's my new followers?
I missed it, but I saw it come in a little while ago. All right, so don't forget to hit the heart. Don't forget to hit the follow. Don't forget to say hi. Let's switch it up. We're going to switch to the next cam.
Okay, ready, set, go.
Go. All right, guys, let's get this game started.
Well, this is what whatever you call this, the actual tweet is. Okay, yeah, so this is a boring game. I don't know. Developed by Pros. Written by David Ridden. Please enter the current time. It's 7. Hey.
Hold up, I'm here. I want to hear. What time is it? Hold up, it's 7:13. 9 a.m. Where are you going? It's 7:13.
I'm going to 13. Well, when we start, I'm going to say something. Campbell's actually saying the clock both times you Bluetooth up the video.
What's that?
He said, because we just said something, thank you for actually saying the clock both times you
Press X.
A lot of people can't do it. I mean,
Press X.
clock set at 12 but you're actually taking the time to set the clock. I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're saying I don't even know if the times you are setting are correct. So you know what? I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you go up here and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time.
What's that?
AM. Go ahead, pick whatever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright,
Oh my
let
goodness.
you get back to you now. Let me, I got it.
I know, listen. All right, begin the game. Begin the game. Begin the game.
See how it says
Begin the game. Begin the game. Begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-eating, Stanley relished every moment that he could see him. Though he had been paid Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one
Why does it sound like that?
had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company.
You might have to restart.
This complete.
Yeah, we can't have this. Like, this
Something
is
was very
horrible.
clearly wrong.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oops.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hey, open the door.
Or did it advance the story in any way?
I didn't move. I didn't move. Do I get a teammate? I just keep trying to open this door.
Alright, Lowe's, you good to go. I think.
Okay, guys. What I basically did while I was gone, all I did was play on my invisible keyboard and try to open this door. Well, anyways, my dad. Guys, is this phone green? Oh, this phone.
Yeah, that phone.
Oh, wait, this coffee mug, that's funny. This coffee mug says, "Who farted?"
Yeah.
I'm going to read all the coffee mugs. For now on, now this one says, I have Monday. I hate Monday. That is a reference to Garfield.
The current weather is 56 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly sunny skies. Tonight's forecast has just
It
a few
is.
clouds in the sky with a
Echo.
low of 45
Number
degrees.
one, Dad.
Don't
Echo.
brush your teeth now.
Echo.
I like who I just...
Hush up.
I like work. I just hate my boss. I can't... Look, Dad, tell me this doesn't say who farted. Okay, anyways, one second. Where's the reference to Garfield? I hate Mondays. Where's hate Mondays? Where's I hate Mondays? Look, it says I hate Mondays. Right. Guys, we can crouch. I wonder if we get an achievement if we just stay like this the whole game. Okay, one second. I have to crouch. Be my Valentine's. There's no coffee mug. What's this one say? Who farted again? Okay, I think that's all the mugs. Okay. Okay.
What if
I can dance.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay,
Yet there was not a single person here
Are you gonna
either.
follow everywhere he tells you
Feeling
to
a
go?
wave of
No, I'm
disbelief,
just following
Stanley
the
decided to
right
go
door.
up to his
I
boss's
had to go
office,
there.
hoping he might find an answer there.
Can we
Stanley stepped into the
I mean,
broom
grab
closet,
anything?
but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Bro, in some of these games, you can grab stuff in some things. Guys, I'm a door stopper now.
Door stopper.
Your friend
Coming to a
just came
staircase,
online.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hopefully I can go back up, but I want to go downstairs. Can I go
Oh,
back?
I need the controller for 2 seconds. I'll give it right back to you.
What do I want?
Wait, wait, wait.
Bro, I just go to the best part.
I just want to shut the notifications so you don't keep them.
Okay, can I go back up? Because that's kind of scary.
Are you hungry though?
What if I just keep going up? Boss's office, I've done that. Wait. Yeah. What? It's not locked, but that's like not part of the map. That last one wasn't even locked, it just was out of the map. If you're playing hide and seek in this game, hide here. No, you probably will never. Car.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy.
Cinnamon roll.
And then something
Alright.
occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself,
alright?
maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How
I'm in
was he
space.
remaining so lucid?
I was in
Then
space.
perhaps the
I was in
strangest
space.
question of them all
This
entered
is a dream.
Stanley's head.
I just figured
One
out.
he was amazed he hadn't asked himself
Oh,
sooner.
dude, he's dreaming.
Why
I knew
is
it.
there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Him.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly
How
strange.
can you fit a car in
I'm
there?
dreaming
Where is
about
he
a
gonna leave
voice
it? How are you gonna get out of the
describing
car?
me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
I'll show you.
And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth
How are
was
you gonna
that,
drive
of
it out?
course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
Even though it's
Was
locked.
Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to
I
wake
win.
up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
Done with it.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
What?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
This game is trippy.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh, come on! It just started a new one.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Huh?
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But
Oh,
on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had
Named
stumbled
Stanley.
through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh my God,
But she
Stanley,
would soon
no!
turn to go call for an ambulance. For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Pero es como para niños. Here. Wipe your hands. Make sure they're really clean before you touch that controller.
so am I Stanley again, or am I? Did I get an ending, or am
I don't know.
Am I Marabella, or am I?
I missed it. That was
Stanley basically died.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh, that's
Stanley
Okay, well,
decided to
Stanley.
go to the meeting
Yeah.
room. Perhaps he had simply
back
missed
over
a
to the
memo.
meeting room.
No, I'm not going to meeting him.
Where are you going?
Where do you think I'm going?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the
No.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it
It's a
perfectly
choice
well.
game. You get
Perhaps
to
he
choose.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Echo.
It had Robert
Echo.
eager to get
Shush.
back to business. Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yes.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm pretty sure there's like a shooting game down there. You get like a gun or something.
The time is 7:31.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
It'll be
I'm
time
not
for
sure
I jump
you
off?
really are not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been
Echo.
about nothing but you
Oh.
all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of
There's
this,
danger,
but I
danger
really
everywhere.
do want to help you.
Bro,
to show
I
you
wanted to
something
get down
beautiful.
there.
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Why do I feel like something?
Where are you now?
I didn't listen again.
Now listen
Letter
carefully,
blue.
this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue or red?
It said this is important. You go whichever way you want, but it said he walked through the red door.
If I do this.
He walked through the red door.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Now
I still don't
teleport
think
me.
we're communicating. Stanley walked through the red. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley.
Yes.
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
No! Please, no! Not the screen
You see?
again.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer
Nope,
textures.
this is not
Is this
good.
what you had wanted?
I've never
Was it
been
worth
there.
ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Okay, I'm
Yes.
going to stop you there. Now,
Finally.
tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I'll give it a
Oh, well,
no.
now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain.
Can I pick another one?
Big steps we've made here today, Stanley. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh, it's a leaderboard. Let's see me at the top. It's an actual leaderboard. It's gonna say I'm at the bottom. Stanley, this is... What if I get a better rating?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Stop moving the camera so much, bro.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly
Should I let him go
confronting the
hard?
demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might
know
improve
he's
the
gonna
experience for me.
I just did this
I'm not
so
even
it
going to
could,
try.
so it did
I'm
something
out.
better.
I'm out. I'm done.
No matter.
It's over. Thank you for
Yes,
playing.
thank
Your
you.
input
I
was
agree.
extremely valuable.
He's
Oh,
killed a
hey,
baby
since my
for
game
no
was so
reason.
awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease
Yes!
the pain.
See?
Let's see. What do we have here?
Yeah, he's gonna do something cool.
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Do you know what this game is?
I do not.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
Yep.
What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
I've played this game before.
I
But it
know.
seems
What
obvious
game
to
is
me that you are meant to
forgot,
play as a
wild
creepy man,
something?
spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
I've
Yes,
played this
that must
before.
be
I think
it.
it's
What a
lost.
fascinating venture into the experience
it's
of
Look at that
real
picture,
mental
look at that picture
depravity.
on the tape.
So far, I love everything
that
about this
picture.
game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Oh no, it's a... I know what's gonna happen here. I can't jump.
I've played this game before.
Oh, if I could jump. Wait a minute. No, it's impossible. I can't jump. If I could jump. I need to go back to the movie. Don't touch the controller.
Right.
It's something really funny happens. I want to be there.
I've played this before. No. It's fine. I just remember a game that had this tower, and I'm trying to remember what game it was. Do you guys remember what game it was?
You didn't touch the controller, did you?
Did not.
Okay, I would be really mad if you didn't walk out.
I did not.
I would.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
Look, it's funny. Look, watch it. It's funny.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
No!
Oh, thank goodness, Stanley, what a close call. You really wandered off into that thing, that big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just...
Dad, there's a smiley face. Yep, soccer.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you will get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Yeah, I know. He's describing real games and putting... Where's the ball?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Yeah, it's definitely from a game.
What goal do I put it in?
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
How many balls did he just spawn? Oh my god! He spawned like 70 balls. Finally, I made one in. No, go.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game?
Yes.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
No!
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, hold on. What are you doing?
Yep. I've never seen this, but I just decided to do it.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley.
Yeah, I just jumped over under the map. Oh, shoot! Is it gonna give me a award like you died award? Dad, I hate it. It's scary. Which way do I go? Oh, it's just like the normal game, but
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
Very soon.
Very soon. I can wait.
Oh, come! Is he gonna put me back in my body?
Back in the beginning again.
Okay, I'm gonna try everything.
Yo,
All of his
hungry?
co-workers were gone.
No.
What could it mean?
It's almost
Stanley
bedtime,
decided to
so
go to
you
the
got
meeting
time
room.
to have
Perhaps
lunch.
he had simply missed a memo.
Right?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
Let me
lounge
cook.
first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Don't listen to it.
You're not gonna listen to it again? Oh my god.
Stanley was so bad
I'm
at
trying to
following
get back
directions,
where I
it's
was so I
incredible
can
he
change
wasn't
it.
5 years ago.
I want to try and jump off. Super close to... Wait.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Dad,
Good job,
stop!
Stanley. Everyone
It's
thinks
not
you are
funny.
very powerful.
I mixed it up with another game and thought you could jump down.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm gonna
Stanley
click on this.
decided to go to the meeting room.
I
Perhaps he
thought
had simply
because there
missed
was
a
an
memo.
opening to the outside world. Right?
Right.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Can I close it? No. Yeah, I can close it. Okay, now
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
so I can close any door. See, look. You see that opening down there? I thought you could get out.
Look,
Should I
Stanley,
actually
think
go up
perhaps
there?
we've
The
gotten
last
off
time
on
I
the
jumped
wrong
down
foot
there.
here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can
Last
be
time I
difficult,
jumped onto
but
that.
the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration
I
for
shouldn't have
others?
done this.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue, and then the
Perhaps you
arrow.
misunderstood. Stanley walked
What's that?
through the red door.
Turn,
I still don't think
teleport
we're
me.
communicating.
I don't know if this is.
Stanley walked. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
I don't know if this
You see
shows
that
my
I
son's
really
character.
have wanted you to be happy all this time.
Following
The problem
directions.
is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop.
Oh, come on, is he just...
We would both be so much happier
He's putting
if
me
we
into a
just
loop.
stopped. And I think I have a solution.
He just
He's
said-
telling you to
Let
stop.
me show you.
I was right in front of that door. I can't turn around. I thought I could turn around and look at the door.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel... No, wait. Where are you going? Right. Where were we?
Okay, this is boring. I'm going down.
Wait. It's a very trippy game. You should wait till he's done.
He was done talking a long time ago.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I don't care. I can just go back. It's an
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Fine. I wish I could jump off. He's like, please, I'm finally happy. What if I listen to him? Is the door shut behind me?
I mean, I think you should listen to him.
Good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you
I don't
won't go
want
back
him.
there.
Promise me you
Just
won't go
stay.
back there.
No.
Huh?
What
You
do we
said
talk
promise
about? You're
me you
risking
won't-
everything we achieved here.
This
Bro,
shows.
that is boring.
This
It's just a
shows-
meditation.
You heard me
He's
before,
gonna-
didn't
he-
you?
if you stay there for a little bit, he
will
was-
die.
he will-
What
he
about
will-
this isn't getting through to you?
Open it. Probably. Open another door or something, but you're not giving him a chance.
Fine. If he doesn't open a door, I'm going.
You're not even giving him a chance. You're not waiting. He's telling you to wait.
I'm going. Why does this look like a city? If I stay here, this door shuts, I'm gonna be mad.
Are
No,
you?
because something else
You
is
are
going
going to stay here, aren't you?
Watch.
Just wait. Give him a minute.
I'm gonna look this way because this is the only place he's gonna place it over.
I think the way to finish the game is by actually listening to him.
No, I know. a
I
way.
think so.
I know a way to win. It's not. There's no winning. There's endings. You know how, like in some games, there's different endings. It's like that. When we died, that was an ending.
No, it's not an ending. The game continues. That's not an ending.
No,
The ending of the game where it says congratulations, you're done with the game. That ending.
no. In some games, there's like 20 endings where you can go different paths, get different endings, and then it will restart the game so you can get more endings. And once you're done with all the endings, you just leave.
What?
That's how
That
some
don't make
games
no
work.
sense.
Okay, yep, he's not opening the door. I wish I could jump.
Alright.
He's not even talking.
Maybe you should jump off that path thing.
What path thing? I can't.
The platform.
If I go back and show you, and the door's shut, I'm gonna be mad. You can't.
Alright.
It's the only way it lets you go, okay, Dad?
Alright. No, you're playing the game. I'm just watching.
She's not even talking. I think he left for a coffee break.
Alright.
Dang. Is it just gonna go on for? Oh, I was about to look.
No,
up.
it's a dead end.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Should I do it?
No.
Okay, what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. I'm just telling you. You do whatever you want.
Is it gonna like place an ending?
No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You have no. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Is it gonna make me jump down like 20 times?
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
After I hit the floor one more time, okay?
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
No,
Would
I
you
like.
throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
No,
Am I
that's
reading
not.
the situation correctly.
If I die here, it's gonna be sad.
maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get... You actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
What if you go straight? Just go straight. Keep on going that way.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I still thought that was possible.
It is. I'm staying.
Are we stuck?
Well, I could die. That's the only thing I could do, but I think...
How?
Jump off that more times.
No, it's not done.
Watch. I'll jump off like 10 more times.
I think you're stuck. Because you didn't listen to me. Now you're stuck here forever.
Yeah, no, I can just do this.
No, don't. Go back.
I know, but I'm just telling you.
I know. Why are you walking backwards?
Because I can. I don't want to die backwards.
Oh, you got 5-10 minutes max, dude. It's almost bedtime.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm going back.
I'm sorry. Is it going to place an ending that someone can't...
Alright, let's see what we're going to get ourselves into.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Should I go back?
Stanley
No, I'm
decided to go
telling
to
you
the
to
meeting room.
Play the
Perhaps he had
game
simply
however
missed a
you
memo.
want, but Jesus. You keep on sending us to these rabbit holes.
Bro, that wasn't my fault.
Really?
I couldn't go anywhere.
No, you went right when he told you to go left. That's why you ended up there.
When
Yeah.
Stanley came
Actually,
to a set
if
of
you
2
go to
open doors,
left-
this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
If you
Perhaps
go...
he wanted to stop by
I
the
went to the
employee
right
lounge
last
first,
time.
just to admire it.
Yeah, and you ended up in the woo-woo room.
Standing now in this
No, the
incredible
right-
room,
right-
Stanley for the first
last
time,
time
but eager
I
to get
went
back
right.
to business, Stanley took the first open
And
door
I
on
just...
his left.
It was just a weird thing.
So are you going to go the way he's telling you, or are you going to go back to the
Stanley
same
was
thing?
so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
I can't go back.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I'm doing
I'm
it.
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that
My
investing
son
your
is
trust in
horrible
someone
at
else
following
can
the
be
rules.
I
difficult.
can't go
But
back
the
now.
fact is that the story
know
has
you
been
can't go
about
back.
No,
nothing but
before
you.
I got into the elevator.
This
I
time,
don't know. You could have easily
There's
have
someone
made the
you've been
left or taken
neglecting,
the door, but
Stanley.
you're going whichever.
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for... This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Oh, wife.
She's
Or
been
wife.
waiting.
Is this gonna put me in the same room?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Our house?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see
that a
something.
toaster?
Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him. except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
You want rice and fish sticks with potato salad?
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him.
Now time for
I'm
bed.
compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
That was weird. Oh, that was the weirdest ending in history of endings.
Do you go another way in here?
All of his
Starting
coworkers
all
were
over
gone.
again?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
No.
memo.
Something, he locked me in a room. I'm just gonna do what he says now.
No, you do.
No, I want to see what he does if I
Keep
do
on
it.
going around in circles, that's what I'm saying.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Running to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway. Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Are you following directions?
Yep.
Got you farther out?
No, I did this part normally.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
This is my biggest dream.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley
biggest
thought to
dream.
himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
If I do what he says and something happens.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Elevator.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Showing you what we're doing.
He didn't tell me what to do. So this is what I think I'm supposed to do.
You turn it off?
Turn what off?
The system.
That's what he told me to do.
He told you to turn it off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I did it. I finished it.
You finished the game?
Yeah.
How?
I followed everything he did.
That's it, we're done?
I think. Oh, it's gonna restart me. Watch, I'll do it all over again.
So you
All
followed
his
everything he
coworkers
told
were
you to
gone.
do and it ended up
Look.
starting again? Oh, wow.
Stanley decided to go
I
to
know,
the meeting.
I did it. I got
Perhaps he
outside the
simply
building.
missed a memo.
Like, what if I do the opposite of everything he's supposed to?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I
The
can't
door
close.
is open.
I know, but
Okay, go down the hall.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
so there's new content. Is this game too? Because I know there's a game
Okay,
too.
so far it's an elevator.
Oh,
Nothing
you got
special
lucky.
yet, but I'm sure
No,
it's
it's an
just the
elevator.
beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Okay. Why is it not moving?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
I can
All
jump!
right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Dad? Hey, Dad, you know how I can't jump in this game, right?
Now you can jump?
Look, I can't jump, right?
Yeah.
Oh, jump circle.
You guys send them out of jumps.
Yeah, but I can't come back anyway, so I'm gonna try it. What happens if I do it? Is it gonna say, new trophy, you finished the jump circle? so satisfying now.
More jumps. Watch, it's gonna be like, you need a jump.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game?
No!
And we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Sure. Dad, that was all of it. The new content was just jumping. Now
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
should I go in the vent? You told me to.
Yeah.
But how? I don't fit. Oh, yeah, I forgot I can crouch.
Alright, we're done with this, guys.
No.
Guys, we're about to finish this. We're gonna eat. Hey guys,
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new
We're gonna
Ultra
finish this,
Deluxe
guys.
content
We'll
turned
come
out
back
to be?
tomorrow.
Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Rose, I don't want to eat and play at the same time. Guys, we're gonna finish the stream. Oh, it looks nice.
Look. It's the picture where I died.
Alright.
Wait, that's his favorite memory?
Hey guys, we're out of here. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll stream this tomorrow.
I'm at the best part.
Is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created.
Come back tomorrow,
Did you hear
guys.
that, Stanley? Every game ever created.
That's how grand and all-encompassing
Come back
the
tomorrow,
original
guys.
Stanley Parable was.
We're
It was
done.
literally
Lolo.
every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
All right, guys, we're out of here. My son's got to go to school tomorrow. And we got to eat. And I don't want to be playing video games while we eat. So, Lowe's, say bye. Bye. All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for coming by. Kisses and hugs, hugs and kisses, blessings on blessings. Don't forget to go tomorrow morning to the trading fraternity, stock market live, 30 minutes before the market opens, and go check out the watch list on the trading fraternity. And much love to Chaladonia, much love to my brothers and sisters. And we are out of here, guys. Don't forget to hit the heart, hit the like, and I'll see you guys mañana, tomorrow. Lolo says bye, bye. He's coming. He's coming. Bye. All right, guys. See you tomorrow, guys. Don't forget. Stay tuned. Tomorrow around 4:20, probably. Hopefully. All right.